In this video I will explain you organizational learning. So what it is organizational learning? So first topic given here, the nature of organizational learning. So for decision making to be successful over time, organizations must improve their ability to learn new behaviors and unlearn inefficient old ones. Okay, so decision making to be successful, in which case decision making is going to be successful when organizations improve their ability to learn new behaviors. It means learning new behaviors and unlearning inefficient old behaviors will make decision making successful. One of the most important process that help managers to make better non-programmed decisions that allow them to adopt, to modify and change the environment too. So now here it is given. So from here it is given about non-programmed decisions. So non-programmed decision allow them to adopt, to modify and change the environment to increase an organization's chances of survival. So here managed to make better non-programmed decisions. So this non-programmed decision is organizational learning. Okay, so this is organizational learning. So non-programmed. Okay, let me select this. So non-programmed decision making, it is related to organizational learning. So what happens in non-programmed decision making? So here the manager or the organization adopt to modify and change the environment to increase an organization's chances of survival. So organizational learning helps in the chances of survival by the organization. This means organizational learning makes the organization to survive in the changing environment. So organizational learning is the process through which manager seeks to improve organization members' desire and ability to understand and manage the organization and its environment, so that they make decisions that continuously raise organizational effectiveness. So now here you see this organizational learning is the process in which managers seek to improve organization members' desire. Now you see here, seeks to improve organization. So managers seek to improve organization members' desire and ability to understand and manage the organization. Okay, here ability to understand members means here making members, organization members' desire and ability to understand and manage the organization and its environment. So here the main focus is to manage organization and its environment. So that is the main focus of organizational learning. So how organization and its environment can be managed? By making the organization members' desire and ability to understand, okay, and manage the organization. Here if organization members are able to understand the situation or able to understand the problem of the organization and also able to understand the way the environment is changing, then in that case it will raise organizational effectiveness. So types of organizational learning given. So three types of organizational learning. The first given, exploration. So what happens in exploration? There you see. So exploration involves organizational members searching for and experimenting with new kinds or forms of organizational activities. Okay, here means in exploration process of learning. Exploration is a type of organizational learning. What happens here? Here members search for and experiment with new kinds or forms of organizational activity. Here members search for new kinds, search for and experiment with new kinds or forms of organizational activities and procedures to increase effectiveness. Okay. Second, given exploitation. So it involves exploitation involves organizational members learning ways to refine and improve existing organizational activities. So now you see here the difference. In this case, in this improve existing means here there it is no new, here no new way to improve the effectiveness. Here whatever the process it was going on, so here only in those processes members are going to refine, means they are going to modify a little bit so that uh, that the organization will increase its effectiveness. And third, given learning organization. A learning organization is an organization that purposefully designs and constructs its structures, cultures and strategy so as to enhance and maximize the potential for organizational learning to take place. So what happens here? Purposefully means organization purposefully designs and constructs its structure, means designing a structure of the organization in such a way, means designing a structure, culture and a strategy in such a way that those things will enhance and maximize the potential for organizational learning to take place in the organization. And here organizational learning, it may be explorative or exploitative. So both types of organizational learning may take place in the organization. So level of organizational learning given. So organizational learning can occur at different levels. Here given, in order to create a learning organization, managers need to encourage learning and at 4 levels. So managers need to encourage learning at 4 levels. So what are these 4 levels? First level given individual level, second given group level, third given organizational level, and the fourth given inter-organizational level. So these are 4 levels. Okay. So let's go for detailed study of organizational learning at these 4 levels. So first, given individual level. At the individual level, managers need to do all they can to facilitate the learning of new skills, norms and values so that individuals can increase their own personal skills and abilities and thereby help build the organization's core competencies. So what the managers do at individual level for organizational learning? Then facilitating. Here now you see facilitate the learning of new skills, means facilitating the way of learning of new skills, norms and values. Okay, it means here managers simply facilitate how organizational members can learn new skills, norms and values. And what it will be the result of learning new skills, norms and values? So those things will increase their own personal skills, means those things will increase their personal skills and abilities. thereby help build organizational core competence. So facilitating means facilitation by the manager to learn new skills, norms and values will cause increase in their personal skills, and then increase in the personal skill of organizational members will lead to organization's core means will lead to build the organization's core competencies. So that's what it happens, means it will build core competence. Then given for organizational learning to occur, each person in an organization needs to develop a sense of personal mastery, by which he means that organizations should empower individuals and allow them to experiment and create and explore what they want. Means how organizational learning can take place at individual level if organizational members at the individual level develops a sense of personal mastery. So that's why written to occur, each person in an organization needs to develop a sense of personal mastery. Means at individual level the person needs to develop a sense of personal mastery, and how that personal mastery can be developed, by which he means that organizations should empower individuals. So in this means personal mastery can happen if individuals, if organization empowers. So if organization empowers individuals and allow them to experiment and create and explore what they want. It means empowering individuals to experiment and create and explore what they want will develop personal mastery. Then at group level given. So how at group level managers can facilitate or increase organizational learning. So at the group level, managers need to encourage learning by promoting the use of various kinds of groups. Okay, so here encourage learning by, so how managers can encourage learning by promoting the use of various kinds of groups. By promoting various kinds of groups, managers can, so now that's given, by promoting the use of various kinds of groups such as self-managed groups or cross-functional teams. So that now you see these are the examples. Self-managed groups will encourage learning. Cross-functional teams also will encourage learning, so that individuals can share or pool their skills and abilities to solve problems. Okay, in group, if managers use different kinds of groups for learning, then in that case group will provide, means in the group individuals can share their skills and abilities to solve problem. Okay, if in the group people are sharing their skills and knowledge, then in that case a problem can be solved in an easy way, an effective way. So groups allow for the creation of synergism. The idea, now you see, groups allow the idea that the whole is much more than the sum of its parts. So here which can enhance the performance. So according to this, means here groups meaning here the idea that the whole is more than the sum of its parts. Okay, so that's why at group level learning is better as compared to at individual level learning. And so if learning is better at group level, then in that case performance will also be better at individual level, sorry, not individual but at group level. Okay, performance will be better at group level. Third, given organization. So third level, given organization. At organizational level, managers can promote organizational learning. So how can promote organizational learning? Through the way they create an organization's structure. Means the way organization create the structure and culture will decide whether the learning will be effective or not, whether the organization's culture and a structure are facilitating the learning of new skills and the knowledge or not. So in this way we can say the way managers design the structure and develop culture of the organization will decide organizational learning. An organization's structure can be designed to inhibit or facilitate intergroup communication and problem solving. You see, an organization's structure can be designed to inhibit or facilitate intergroup communication and problem solving, and this affects team members' approach to learning. So here you see what happens. Means if at organization level organizational learning is promoted, then in that case, so now here given if the structure is designed in such a way that it inhibit or facilitate intergroup communication, if the structure is designed to facilitate intergroup communication and problem solving, then in that case the organizational learning will be better and will be better also and effective also. And this affects team members' approach to learning. So that means here communication, the way the communication is there in the structure of the organization and how problem solving is being made by using those communication channels will decide organizational learning. Here given different types of a structure which make organizational learning. Mechanistic and organic structures, for example, encourage different approaches to learning. So, okay, mechanistic structure encourage different way of learning, and organic structure different types of learning. So the design of mechanistic structure seems likely to facilitate exploitative learning. So here given the design of a mechanistic structure seems likely to facilitate exploitative. Okay, mechanistic, it is related to exploitative learning, and design of organic structure is facilitative, means like is explorative. If yes. So now this is related to organic structure is related to explorative. So here it is written explorative, organic structure it is related to explorative learning, and mechanistic structure is related to exploitative learning. And I have already explained what happens in exploitative learning and what happens in explorative learning. In explorative learning, here in explorative learning, people try to find out new ways to find solution of the problem. They learn new skills and they do things differently. They experiment. Members experiment in explorative learning, but in case of exploitative learning, they don't experiment. They simply refine the existing process of decision making or learning. They simply refine the existing way of learning. Culture too is likely to be an important influence on learning at the organizational level. So culture also affects organizational learning. Organizational learning is higher in organization with adaptive cultures because managers can now, here you can see organizational learning is higher with adaptive culture, means adaptive culture is related to higher learning. Okay, because managers can quickly introduce changes in the way the organization operates that allow the organization to adapt to changes in the way organization operates. Okay, I think I have written this to the way organization operates that allow, means 2 times I have written, so I am going to cross this one. The organization that adopt the way the organization operates, allow the organization to adapt to changes. Okay, let me repeat this again. Because managers quickly introduce, so in adaptive culture managers can quickly change the way organization operates that allow the organization to adapt to changes in the way organization operates that allow the organization to adapt to change occurring in the environment. Here according to the environment, if there is any type of changes in the environment, so according to that managers can adopt. Okay, means by adopting new ways of doing things, finding new different kinds of behavior. But such things do not happen with inert cultures. Now fourth one given, the last, the fourth level of organizational learning, or you can say learning at the fourth level, that is interorganizational level. Organizational structure and culture establish the shared vision and framework of common assumptions that guide learning inside an organization. Okay, now here a structure and culture decide learning inside the organization. Okay, inside the organization, and they also, structure and culture inside the organization will also determine how learning takes place at inter-organizational level. That means structure and culture decides what type, how the learning will happen inside the organization, and the structure and culture will also decide what type of learning will happen in between organizations. So inter-organizational learning is important because organizations can improve their effectiveness by copying and imitating each other's distinctive competences. Now you see, so why it is important inter-organizational learning? Because organizations can learn from each other. They can copy and imitate each other's distinctive competence. It means they can copy, means if any organization is better in doing something, then that organization will be able to copy. Means if one organization is better, then other organization can copy, so that the other organization can also become better. So in this way the effectiveness of the organizations will increase. So now next given knowledge management and information technology. Okay, that I will explain in another